Hi, how you doing? And welcome to this live stream that I have titled Live Streaming and Video Creation for the Shy and or Hesitant. First of all, if you're here or if you drop in on the live stream, as always, I would appreciate you dropping in to say hi, hello, let me know you're watching. And if I can, I will shout you out as well on the actual live stream. If, however, you're watching this as a replay either on my YouTube channel or on my Facebook channel, feel free post the live stream to drop a comment in. Let me know that obviously you have watched this. Let me know your thoughts if you have any questions, and as always, I will ensure that I get back to you obviously to discuss. Now, my reason for creating and titling tonight for me or today's show as the live streaming video creation for the shy or hesitant is because that's where I was not that long ago. It's truthfully where I had been. Long story short, I had been heavily involved in video, creating videos, publishing stuff on YouTube, just video creation, course creation, all of that stuff. And then what happened was obviously life got in the way. I fell out of the way of things. I guess I lost the momentum. I lost what would you say, my confidence in things. I just generally lost my overall mojo for video creation. And then I had a few different attempts at coming back in the video creation side of things, and it didn't go as well as I thought it would like, or as I thought it should do. And then I guess I started to overthink. And then I personally became shy and also hesitant to go live on video. And the only one way that I could obviously master that was for me, first of all, to learn and identify this, and then to push through this fear. Now, if you've looked at any of my previous live streams over the last sort of 4 to 6 weeks, you'll see that I have kicked off with a sort of a weekly live stream commitment. My commitment is on a Tuesday evening at 8 p.m. UK time. I'm going to go live into the interwebs or into the internet. That's going to be to my YouTube channel. It's going to be onto various places within Facebook. It's going to be onto Twitter, Periscope, and obviously doing the social media thing with my videos. Now, one thing that I do want to do is obviously I want to talk about a few things that I've experienced, and hopefully if I identify these things that I've seen within myself, then you maybe will realize that right, I'm not the only one suffering this, or right, I'm not the only person that has these thoughts. I'm not the only person that is maybe holding off on creating video. And then hopefully by the end of this live, we will discuss a few tips, a few pointers, and try and get you going in your content creation side of things. Now, you might be thinking, help, my videos or my live streams are not good. They're no good. Or they're not good enough, maybe what you're thinking. You may be pegging yourself, and this is one of the key things. You may be looking at somebody else. You may even be looking at me, and you might be thinking, well, he's got, I'm not saying that I have it, but she has got, good audio quality. They have good visuals. They have great content. They have good lighting. They're confident in camera. They speak well, blah, blah, blah. All these different things, whatever it is, you might be thinking that, because I was too. I was guilty of looking at other people and looking at the things I liked in what other people were doing, and then thinking that I wasn't able to achieve that, or I wasn't able to do that with myself and my live streams. And then what you end up doing is you end up holding off because you want to get your videos better. They're not good enough. There's, my lighting's not good enough. My audio's not good enough. My camera quality or my camera picture is not good enough. Whatever it is, essentially, you tend to come up with these different things. And I want to ask you one simple question. And it's up to you to answer the question to yourself and be brutally honest when I ask the question. what are your thoughts, and be honest with yourself. So how are you going to get better with your videos, your live streams, if you do not create or hit publish and push your content out there? How are you ever going to get better? Would you agree that you need to gain that relevant experience and essentially put in the miles, or essentially put in the time to grow your skill base, to grow your audio quality, to grow your video quality, to grow your confidence on camera, to grow even the content that you're creating, and to grow and flex those muscles? So how can you grow, or how can you learn if you do not have, true experience? How can you? You can't. It's impossible. Yes, you can go so far. You can test. You can tweak. You can go, as I've done, I have genuinely done this. You can go live into your own secret or private groups or areas with only family members. And yes, whilst you can listen to family members' feedback, and I do recommend doing that, for you to get used to you getting your settings right, getting your audio quality right, getting your visuals right, getting your show set up, or getting whatever you're going to create set up. Likewise, if you're just creating content, which is going to be videos you're uploading, so pre-recorded, then you might be fussing too much on not getting the visuals 100%, or you might be fussing on, you've said something that, what would I say, you maybe neglected to say something, or you just didn't feel that you came across well on the camera. Whatever the reason, you might be fussing and over fussing in it. And also, how are you going to get the experience and also the feedback unless you actually go live or go and start pushing out this content? So as I said, you can fuss over getting the right look. I've done it. You can fuss over setting up your audio. I've done it. I still do it. You can fuss over getting the lighting correct. Still a work in progress with myself. And even going out and purchasing various equipment, as I'm doing. But then again, I'm a self-confessed geek. But you also need to ask this simple question, and this is the one that you really, really need to be honest about. Do you want to know what it is? Ask yourself this. Are they really distractions? How much of them are you procrastinating or holding off or fussing or getting busy doing something else, rather than you getting out there and starting to push that content out? Rather than you getting out there and starting to expose yourself, because you're very vulnerable whenever you're creating content like this. You're vulnerable in your live streams because things can and do go wrong. And if you go back to some of my previous live streams, you will see out and out catastrophes, or not catastrophes, but disasters, and things go wrong. You are also getting vulnerable whenever you publish videos and then put them into the social media channels, and you put them onto your YouTube channel, and you make these videos and this content go public. Essentially, you're going to start getting feedback, or you may even be feared or have that sort of fear or that worry that nobody's actually going to find your content, and that can also hold you back as well. However, unless you have, that consistent basis and you're pushing out the content and start to get kind of flex your muscles and get it into the right place, then you're not going to learn, you're not going to improve, you're not going to better your skills, you're not going to, you get what I'm saying here. So, as I said, you need to ask yourself the simple question, are they distractions? Because I know for a fact that quite a bit of my geekery, quite a bit of me looking for equipment, quite a bit of me trying to get the best look, the best lighting, the best camera angles, and all that stuff. Whilst that is important, and whilst I agree that you can do that, you can overdo it, and that's the point I'm trying to say. There's a fine line that you get to when one is you're learning, you're applying, you're getting there, and then when you cross the fine line, then you're holding off. You're not creating the content. You're not going that further step, and it's a fear. It's a fear that you have of becoming vulnerable. But here's the thing. You have to create your content and you have to publish your videos in order for you to learn, for you to get feedback from your viewers, for you to actually grow a following, and also for you to learn and grow in what you're doing. By creating your videos and your live streams, as I said, you're undoubtedly going to make mistakes, but these mistakes are also where the lessons they lay. I personally have set out in recent times with my YouTube channel, and I have a big focus at the moment in creating content, rebuilding my YouTube channel, starting to get going again and starting to flex my content creation muscles again, starting to get creative again, and starting to, what would you say, get the slow, steady motion going. And then as I pick up a bit of momentum, then hopefully I'll get back into my rhythm and get going. But I'll never get into my rhythm, or I'll never get the top speed unless I start the hard grind, which is the slow, steady motion. And what I'm currently doing with my YouTube channel is 3 videos per week. Hopefully I can keep up with this schedule. At the moment I'm able to do so. It actually works out at 4 videos a week if you count this live stream, because this is also going live into my YouTube channel. What I'm also doing as I build this, I'm building a content base, but I'm also making mistakes. I can openly tell you that I am making mistakes both within my YouTube videos and also in my live streams. I'm also not reaching the audience that I would like to reach, but I'm aware of that. I'm happy to do this. I'm happy to put in the groundwork. I'm happy to grow in the experience and make my mistakes and make my my stutters and different bits and pieces. Maybe in my early days as I grow and get that momentum going. So essentially, you have to get out there. You have to hit publish, hit go live. Just do it. Just do it. Get over it. Because I actually went into it wasn't a forum. It was a Facebook group, and it was all about live streaming. And I had an open and genuine fear, and I posted in the Facebook group about my fears of going live. And essentially, when I think back on it, and it only was about 2 months ago, when I think back on it, I guess I was listening to the fear, giving into the fear, and not going live. And I know and realize and understand that I should have been just hitting publish, going live, understanding that I may not have an audience, understanding that there may be a few people watch my videos and a few people log into my live streams, and understand that. But there is only one true way to knowing, to growing, and to mastering both your live streams and also your video content creation skills, and that is by doing, essentially, you've got to go live, you've got to create and publish videos, you've got to upload that stuff into YouTube. So it is by doing, and then reflecting is how you're going to do it. You have to get out there, you have to hit publish, you have to go live to the world, you have to become vulnerable. And it's essentially getting into the trenches and putting yourself out there for all to see. And it's exactly what I'm doing right now. I had made the open commitment that I would go live every Tuesday evening in UK time, and I have stuck to it. Now, there is the odd Tuesday evening I have other commitments. It comes up once a month or once every 5 weeks or thereabouts. And essentially what I'll do is I'll let my viewers or anybody that's viewing the week beforehand say, look, I'm not going to go live next week, but I'll see you the following week. And that is my commitment, to basically be live roughly 4 out of every 5 weeks on a Tuesday evening. Also, if you make mistakes, and I'm going to talk about one of the mistakes that I made, I'm going to talk about several of them. Learn from them. What's the positives that you can take from the mistakes? There's always a lesson in there somewhere. See how you can take this and apply it into your business. You may actually also make what I call a positive mistake. By that I mean that you will do something that you didn't mean to do, but yet whenever you reflect and look back on it, you actually think, you know what? That actually worked out for me. That actually looked good. Your lighting levels may change, but then whenever you look back at it, you might think you've a bit more of a dramatic scene, or your audio levels may become a bit better, and you think, you know what, that actually works out for me. So learn from your mistakes and reflect on that. So I've got a few steps in growing your skills in regards of getting that valuable experience. And I've just a list that I'm going to go through, and then I have a few points that I want to talk about. First of all, you've got to master yourself and your fears, because that's what's holding you back from hitting live and from publishing your content. First and foremost, these fears are your negative self-talk. They're going to be you thinking, well, who's going to listen to me? Why would people want to listen to my content? My content's not very good. Who's going to find my videos? Why would people want to watch my videos? I'm going to get negative feedback. Yes, this is going to happen. You are going to have this thought, and you're going to continually have this thought. But it's up to you to master your fears. If you can master your fears and get beyond that and actually hit the button, go live, or hit the button and publish your video into YouTube or your social media channels, you've got well ahead of everybody else that's sitting behind their cameras or sitting behind their software, and they're testing and they're tweaking and they're tinkering, and they're trying to get the right graphics and they're trying to get the right look, and fussing over what camera settings they need. Just get good enough, create your content, publish it, put it out there, and become vulnerable. And that brings me on to my next point, which is take daily action. Daily action doesn't necessarily mean be live or create a video every day, but take steps towards your goals. And obviously, set simple goals comes with that. That was my next point. So set your goals. What is your goal? What do you want to do with your live video or your YouTube channel? Essentially, it's going to be grow a following, or have people listen to and obviously watch your content. Grow a community. The power of teaching other people. I love to teach. It's one of the things that I love, absolutely love. And I get actually more of a buzz when people ask me questions. Hey Chris, how did you do this? That is the thing that I go for. It's not to necessarily grow 10,000 followers. It's to be able to reach that one individual person that has that genuine question or genuine need, or genuine thought or even feedback for me, and then they reach out to me. That to me is more than getting the big following and making money, and that it really does. It's my thing. Also, as I said, set simple goals for yourself. So don't overwhelm yourself at the start. Don't lay out and sort of say, right, I'm going to create 5 videos a week for the next 52 weeks or for the next year. Yes, you can do it. I'm not saying you can't do it, but be realistic with your own lifestyle. Give yourself time to relax. Give yourself time to obviously research and create your content. Give yourself time to breathe, to switch off and get away from things as well. You need to have a good balance, but at the same time, set out goals that one are aligned with what you're wanting, and also to where you want to go. What is your end goal? What would you like from this content creation? Is it to make sales? Is it to grow a following? Is it to do both? Is it to teach like mine says? Whatever it is, set out those goals, and then whenever you know the goals, then obviously you can start to work towards them. That then means you can lay out a plan, and it's a plan of action. So you take, for example, myself. My plan is, one, obviously to grow a following, and 2, is to teach other people what I know. I've been working with computers. I've actually been working in the sort of techie side from I was 16-year-old. That's 30 years. I have been working with computers for quite some time. I'm an aircraft technician or ex-aircraft technician. I'm also an ex-trainer. I've done training for a full-time living for 3.5 years. So I love to teach. It's what I do. And with me and that experience, I've laid out my goals and my plan. And my plan is going to be different than anybody else. However, my plan: grow my YouTube channel, create content for my website, which I'm currently rebuilding. And I'll tell you over on my website, if you ever come across, I could tell you all about my story. But essentially, I've been online for quite some time. I've had some issues happen in life, or some traumatic issues happen in life, which has taken me away. And I'm now on the rebound and rebuilding. And for me to do that, then I need to create fresh and new content. And I need to get myself going in that regard. So I've laid out a plan for me where it's going to be 3 videos per week, creating 3 blog posts, at least 3 blog posts or 3 pieces of content for my website. And then obviously as people start to come across to my website, then there's going to be mini courses, there's going to be digital products for sale, there's going to be the membership area, there's going to be Get More from Chris. But essentially a lot of my content is going to be coming out there for free. It's going to be helpful. It's going to be aimed at helping you as I progress on my journey. One other thing that I would highly recommend that you do in your mastery or on your journey is learn to become creative and or playful. Have fun with it. Bring your complete personality into things. And I can tell you now, my personality is only just starting to come through in this live. Prior to now, as well, I was a bit more rigid. A bit more couldn't, wouldn't, shouldn't do this, shouldn't do that. Oh, I need to be this type of person. I need to be that type of person. And to be honest, that's not me. My personality type is I'm generally quite creative and quite playful. I love to geek. I love to design stuff. I love to, just basically come up with ideas and just run with them. And have a laugh is one of the things that I love to do. Excuse me. So look and become creative or playful, because one of the beauties of this, it means that you are bringing your personality into your content. It means that you're bringing you into your content. And guess what's not replaceable? Guess what's different about you? You're unique. You are your own person. Whenever you teach something in your way, from your perspective, nobody else can match or better you at being you. Does that make sense? Nobody can match or better you being you. And as I said, whenever you're sitting back and you're watching other people create content, you're watching other people doing their YouTube videos, and you think they're very, very good. Yes, they can inspire you, and I hope that I inspire you in what you're doing. But what I'm also asking you to do is be different. Be you. Do your content your way. But hopefully I will give you a bit of inspiration. So become creative. Learn to be willing to be creative and test things out. Not everything's going to work. Not everything's going to make you look good. But at the same time, you're going to learn and grow. One of the biggest killers is perfectionism. People essentially, they'll create content. Written content, video content where they could maybe go live with, and then what they'll do is they'll look at it and they'll think, that's not good enough. I'm not willing to put that out there. And this perfectionism gets in the way of essentially maybe content that could change somebody's life. And I mean that 100% rather than just sort of lightheartedly. You could put content out there, or you could be the difference between somebody either making it or breaking it. You could even be the difference of somebody thinking either there's hope or there's no hope in whatever avenue that they're interested in. So if your niche, for example, is making money online, hey Ian, thank you very much for dropping in. If your niche is for making money online and you have people out there thinking, well, I've been trying this for so long and I can't make money, it has to be impossible. Then you come along with a piece of content that inspires them with an idea. And this particular idea could be that you basically push them towards a certain avenue, a certain revenue stream. It's enough to nudge them in a tangent, basically. And that tangent in itself can actually be the difference of them making money and not making money. And then after that, you also have another one, which is consistency. You need to be consistent with your content. You need to be a bit like myself, promising that I'm going to go live every Tuesday night. You also need to become consistent with your content creation, your digital product creation. Whatever it is you set out to do, you need to be consistent on it. And I am trying my best to be as consistent as I can. At the moment, it's doing quite well for me, and I'm starting to get the bug again. And that's one of the great things about it. Up until about 6 weeks ago, going to be honest here, Up until about 6 weeks ago, I was very hesitant about coming back online. I was very hesitant about going again. I didn't really feel that I wanted to get back into it. It's hard work. I understand that. I didn't feel inspired. I didn't really want to get out there and help people because I was feeling low. I was feeling down. But yet, in the last 6 weeks of me consistently creating content, in the last 6 weeks of me consistently thinking of ideas, I'm publishing YouTube videos, and I do challenge you to go across over to my YouTube channel, and you'll actually see, if you go to my YouTube channel, just the explosion of content that has happened over the last 6 weeks. Nothing groundbreaking on my YouTube channel, nothing groundbreaking as a whole, but the small pieces stacked on top of one, on top of another, on top of another, has actually got a bit of motion going with me, and it's actually kind of whet my appetite to the point where I'm actually feeling quite excited about things again. And it's really only in the last few days, I guess, that I've realised, you know what, it's the consistency. It's me getting back in there, and I want to essentially get going again because I actually started to enjoy this, and it's what I wanted to do. So be consistent. Whenever you set out to do something, then do it on a consistent basis. It might only be that you will decide that you're going to do one weekly live show. That's it, nothing else. Well, then stick to that schedule. Create your content, lay out an outline of what you're going to do, set your deadlines, announce to people that you're going to go live on that weekly live show. Excuse me. Announce to people that you're going to go live on the weekly live show, and then do it, but be consistent with it as well. One of the things that I have faced in the past, and I will tell you this, and maybe this has kind of been coming through anyway, is facing burnout. I have myself faced burnt out. I have been burnt out multiple times in the online industry and this business generation sort of thing. Sorry, I'm just kicking off my shoes. I have a mat that I'm standing on, and just my feet are a wee bit more comfortable now. So facing burnout, and I have been burnt out through trying, to burn the candle at both ends, trying to do so much, pushing, and then of course life in itself has also came at me and literally burnt me out that way, and you will face this as well. And whenever the burnout comes, some people try and push on, but the best thing you can do whenever you get there is walk away, get a fresh perspective, and come back. Final one I want to talk about, final two, sorry. Having the incorrect niche, or no passion for it. You might actually set off in your content creation, or your live streaming side of things, and then actually realize that you don't really have the passion for the subject. If that's the case, then stop. Feel free to stop. Announce it to your viewers, announce it to whoever maybe would be watching your content. Look, I'm going to move away from this particular niche. I've found that my passion is now not in towards YouTube, but it's for Facebook live streams, or my passion is not for wood turning on a lathe, and it's actually for the outdoors and gardening. Well, then if that's the case, then you can always adjust and change tangent and be open and honest. And then also the last thing I want to talk about is you might actually be feeling shy or reluctant. Now, you may or not believe this. If you know me, you might totally disagree as well, but I would consider myself as an introvert. I am not great. Yes, start me in a conversation. Approach me, hold a conversation with me, or open conversation, and I will quite happily converse and talk with you, have a laugh, have a good time. Flip it, put me in a social circle where I have to approach other people that I don't necessarily know. And the same is true, by the way, online. And I'm not really that comfortable in doing it. And that then I know spills through into what I do on social media. I'm not that comfortable in reaching out to people at times. I'm not that comfortable in just starting, off the cuff conversations. But as I said, flip it, start a conversation with me, and I will talk all night. I am a talker whenever it comes that way. So I do typically feel shy and or reluctant, and the same spills through in my live streaming and also my video creation. I actually do feel that, and I've held off by feeling shy and reluctant. And now what I've decided to do is, you know what, I'm just going to push content out that's going to help others, but also to help me as I do that. So, final points before we close up this week's episode. And if you have any questions, even if you disagree with what I'm saying, I'd love to hear your thoughts. I honestly would love to hear your thoughts. But your final points, stop thinking about it or stop overthinking about it. Okay? Stop reading about it. Stop posting about it. Stop asking about it. Stop watching about it. And just start creating. Just start doing. So rather than you thinking that you're being busy by reading, watching, reviewing, all of these different things, getting your equipment right, just start creating. Hit the button, start doing, and obviously start with one step. Schedule next week's live stream and decide a schedule that you're going to go with. Set a topic, set a subject. Get that one video idea, and then the next stage is script the video. The next stage is start looking at creating the video or start creating the live stream. Start taking small steps like I've done. And as the momentum goes, the momentum grows. So, like myself, I was very reluctant to go live. I felt that, I kind of Chris Cole has been, who's he, all this sort of stuff. And then I've scheduled the live streams, and I'm now committed to this. So I have to, well, not have to, I've set this on myself that I want to be going live every week. So it pushes me to come up with content ideas. It pushes me to just go live, even though I'm maybe not happy with, the look, the sound, the feel, just get that going. And likewise with your video content, just come up with an idea, come up with an outline, do a recording, take your time, but as forward progress is progress, and that's the big thing. So I hope you found this helpful, and I hope you maybe realize that you're not the only one that is being hesitant or holding off in either going live or creating video content just like this. I myself am still relearning, should I say, and getting what way would I put it? Getting my skills back up to speed again, and also trying to get my way back into creating valuable content for you, my viewers, and also helping you along the way as my journey progresses as well. And that's what I've not forced, but that's what I've pushed myself to do, and it's why I'm doing these live streams. So I would honestly and genuinely appreciate any feedback, any comments. If you watch this video, post, or you watch this live stream, post the live stream, which obviously I'm going to close off soon, and you have comments, you have questions, there's going to be a comment area below. Add your comments, ask your questions, reach out to me, disagree with me, whatever it is, do whatever you've got to do. And obviously I will get back to you. I hope you found it helpful. And if you want to private message me or whatever, reach out to me. Let me know that you've watched the video. Even let me know in the comments that you've watched the video and you would like to private message me. Then by all means do so. I welcome that as well. So my name's Chris Cole from broadcastgeeks.com. You can find me on YouTube at Chris Cole 1, ChrisCole 1, the number 1. That will take you to my channel. You will also find me on social media at broadcastgeeks.com and any other places like that. And as always, if you find me in any of these channels, I welcome you subscribing to my channels. I welcome you following my channels. I welcome with you getting in touch with me and interacting with me. I hope you found it helpful. I am going to sign off. It's Tuesday evening. We've been live now for just over 30 minutes. And that's another live stream down, believe it or not. I actually do have, I actually have, two more videos pre-scheduled in my YouTube account, and another one on my hard drive to be uploaded. So I have the rest of this week, which is tomorrow and Friday, covered, and also the video I have to upload is for next Monday. I want to stay ahead of myself, and I want you to think about the same things. get that motion going, and then obviously start getting out there with your content, your live streams, getting over your fears, and everything we've spoke about tonight in the live stream. So Chris Cole signing off. Speak to you all in another video or another live stream very, very soon.